with new unlocked upgrades. Get on the computer. It's multiple online. Oh, I'm getting into another one. Man, you just like the nap, huh? While the Dreamscaper has permadeath, all progress you make in the waking world will persist. Yes. I have played a roguelike before. I was playing Isaac right before this. Thank you for this. It's called Sand. I didn't realize what it was called, to be honest. Your mastery still persists, though, right? Yeah. That's what I thought it did. Boxing glove is like low-key trash. Well, duh, it's a starter item. If I had placed the bomb better, probably could have got both of you. Sure. I will not be using it here. Do you mind if I do? I didn't recycle the other item back here. It's my bad. Get out of here. Oh, this end back here. Apparently. Yes. More over here. And right here. We have a key, but I don't really need to go to a shop right now anyway. And we do have some snad. Don't get me wrong. But we'll wait till the end of the floor. We had a stomp. This is their wind punch. Lowest pog out for a stomp, that's for sure. Are you damageable? Yes, you probably do hurt me. Thank you for this net. Is the boss optional? Get burned full. Bulletproof glasses increases health and boosts ability damage. Sure. Oh, okay, thank you. Wait, did I get it? We did get it, okay. Thought for a minute there I yeeted it. We have 877. Go to the shop, we have a key. We can buy a key and whatever this is. I mean, I'll buy a key, sure, if we can afford it. A very special keepsake, a one-time revive on death. I didn't realize the ideas actually did anything. But I don't even see like where they go. We bought it, but what happened to it? We don't have the idea in our inventory. I'll be on my way, I guess. Maybe the idea is you have to find the idea first, then you unlock the keepsake later? We paid for it, now it can show up as an actual item. mind if I do? Are they all locked? No, we don't have enough money for it. Yes, we do. With the help of the bungee cord, you'll increase your projectile speed. I was hoping that once the floor encounter was done, the floor wouldn't do any damage to you. Saute. Well, goodbye, astral blow. Is that stinking bomb? Yo. Sizzle on baby. Burgers, pizza. You can have bunger or you can have pizza. Bunger pizza. Don't walk back, you madman. We didn't recycle. Are we guaranteed one secret floor per floor? They're still alive. Get salted. Buddy, just you wait. New shield. Leeching effect. Almost just used it. That's my bad. Should have been used to the meta universe. The overworld. The overarching story. Before we loaded into a game. Give him the saute. Don't get a parry anymore, huh? Or I'm just that bad. I'm not even sure what you leech. You still parry, but leech. It has to hit. That's just increasing the leech for whatever has leech. Well, I mean, nothing we can really do, right? So, we'll get out of here and go fight the boss. I can look around for a secret room. I don't know if they're guaranteed or not. Is there a shimmer over here? Is there a shimmer over here? No? I'm not sure what the parameters can be for secret room to spawn. Outlook. I'm gonna guess you can't be there. Alright, I think there isn't one. Still another room to go to. Whoops. This might be. Is salted. What are you? You're like a giant brain. So I believe that's what off balance means, is when we have them like staggered. Like that. Oh, hold. Where do you think you're going? Get sauteed, man. Trying to get away without being sauteed. Okay, I now understand how that works then. Using a bomb on the floor, there's no effect to it until you use a bomb. Then if you use a bomb in that room, it will show it. You know what? Sure. We'll increase our damage by 2.5%. Why not? Twin wolf heads? Absolutely. They were right, that is twin wolf heads. So it's like a boxing variant? Maybe. You just like lunge at him, huh? Remember when I thought we were done this floor? Oh my goodness. Still don't have enough money. So we get out of here and go fight the boss. We can't do damage to you unless you use a shield, I understand. But I do believe we can just do this, yes. I won't do anything though. Give him a little saute. I have no idea what the timing is for this weapon. Not enough lucid. Much more engaging than the first boss. I wanted you to do damage, not to just kill the boss shield. Not enough lucid, my man. Doesn't matter, we got you anyway. Okay. Water DPS explodes, dealing an additional 22 water damage and inflicting wet. Me IRL. Okay, we're out of here. Alright. The Remembrance. Oh, is this week of Bungie's out. Sorry, that takes a priority. Let's see here. Ins and out of crafting. No, I'll learn crafting when we're gonna play it. Just wanna see the patch notes, man. Patterns about mixing. If you're reaching in the Enclave and crafting your first glaive, randomly roll weapons throughout the game will have a chance to drop a new ability, Deep Sight Resonance. Be used as you begin to target specific traits for craft. As an example, if you find a Deep Sight Resonance legendary auto rifle with a Rampage perk, with the objective when they extract the essence. Hey, this is pretty fun. Ready to be extracted. One of your weapon pattern will be compatible with every trait. Once your weapon is crafted, Guardians may begin to increase its level by using certain activities and by defeating enemies. I'm very much looking forward to, like, Witch Queen, so. But I'm not worried about reading those patch notes. I know this is the big one this week, right? One weapon memento will become available for players earned through Gambit, unlocking the Gambit theme appearance and tracker. Rank up your weapon to max level, head back to the Enclave, and apply your freshly earned memento for some sweet flair. With the majority of your crafting experience will be dedicated to mixing, matching, and enhancing traits. Opportunity for a bit of customization when it comes to your appearances activities. So it's like a transmog for a weapon. Legendary weapons aren't the only thing you'll be able to craft. They're coming Astro, Striga, Exotic SMG, and 3 class unique Exotic Clown Glaives. Also be able to be crafted. Okay. Pinnacle weapons were introduced. They were tuned and presented with the best in class weapons. They're now called pursuit weapons. They had limited players, but they were expensive to build for legendary weapons. And had some undesirable side effects, such as PvP pinnacle weapons becoming mandatory in PvE, Recluse Mountaintop becoming incredibly unpleasant. So we'll get back to this game in a minute. I'm a huge Destiny player. We're becoming incredibly unpleasant to play against. They're so strong, but no other weapons in the class could be compared to it, like the Mountaintop and Not Forgotten. We moved away from pinnacle weapons when didn't go into detail. Intent of Season 12 in the pursuit weapon should be a solid weapon. 70% of a god roll and is archetyped. Perk options that work for both PvP and PvE. Should act as a good starter weapons for both PvP and PvE. Which leaving space for weapons from pinnacle activities like trials, raids, and nightfalls to exceed its potential. Another ship a similar weapon of higher potential in the same season. Salvage or Salvo basically ignores its guideline. Oops, but we really wanted to put chain reaction in special ammo weapon. Didn't currently see a reason that don't really currently see a reason to touch it. Chain reaction is going to be rare in special weapons though. Quick breakdown of how each pursuit weapon since season 12 compares to the random rolled opportunity currently in the game. There was a sniper, but better sniper rifle shipped alongside it since. Salvage or Salvo breach grenade launcher is a great room clearing weapon, but doesn't have the utility of blinding grenades or auto loading holster. Such other legendary grenade launchers, such as True Teller or Action Code, take its place in the hardest content. Low composure is excellent fusion rifle, and even more so in the season after it's shipped, and brought back to the Reservoir Burst perk by Plug 1 and Glacioclasm. You can also get Reservoir Burst, and Cartesian coordinate has a better option for DPS. And the Rocket Launcher brought back Explosive Light, but Hothead can also get this, and it has other good perks. Looks like the Reckless Endangerment Pursuit Shotgun. Oh, we have the shotgun this season. Steady Hands perk. Massive handling boost after a kill plus snapshot. Yeah. What about origin traits? Origin trait determined by his source in the third trait column. Legendary weapons are returned to trials, Iron Banner, and Nightfall weapons. Only appear in new drops, won't be retroactively added to old drops. 14 origin traits in total shipping them to Witch Queen Season 16. And 3 new ones each season since after Season 16. 1 for Season 17, 1 for the raid and dungeon, and 1 for the seasonal event. When we refreshed old weapons when given source, for example, an existing raid or old pulse seasonal weapons, we created a new origin trait. When you increase reload stability, emphasis, and range when you are a less living member of the team. Starting a champion partially refills your magazine, triggers health regeneration, and improves recovery. Okay. Weapon foundries. This is some deep lore. Placed into the old world loot pool with 12 new weapons and styles of Destiny 2 Year 1 foundry weapons. Weapons are from Suros, Amalan, Hake, and Viced. Plus 1 foundry weapon each from Vanguard, Gambit, and Crucible. Weapon will come with a foundry origin trait. Suros says reloading grants this weapon bonus handling, reduces. So it's kind of like how they already have, like. I should be playing this game, but I'm reading stinking patch notes. Kind of like lightweight and all that. Vehicles, turrets, barricades, and stasis crystals. Weapon has increased reload speed and stability of the top half of the magazine. Instant damage to partially refill the weapon's magazine. Foundry weapons. In addition to the foundry origin trait, each foundry weapon perk pulls lean into that foundry identity. Beat damage for Hake, consistency for Zeros, ability tie-ins, and weird stuff for Amalon. Never stop firing Beist. Foundry weapons that drop from source aside from the whirlpool can switch between the foundry trait and the source trait. For example, we'll roll with the new Gambit Hake high impact auto rifle. The Herod C might look like this. Okay. Vader tracker? Oh no. The rest of this section will be more about patch notes. Let's go. Kill trackers were once a reason to masterwork a weapon, but now we see no reason to gate these behind masterworking to be present by default in all weapons. That shipped in Forsaken and later. Static weapons prior to Forsaken will be updated in later release. Masterworking should no longer be seen as mandatory, and we expect to see plus 10 to weapon stat, or to primary stat, and 3 other stats for adepts. Only matters to dedicated PvP players. We have no specific plans to change the masterworking at this stage, but we'll revisit later. This guy's origin trait behind masterworking. Ultimately, this wouldn't have achieved the goal of weapon differentiation for new or non-masterwork weapons. Following the armor team's footsteps, weapon mods for legendary weapons are now free and instant to insert. I believe this many pain points around special weapons in Crucible are exaggerated by now how easy it is currently to be acquire. It is to acquire special ammo, and when we touched this in the past, we're making further adjustment now. Players now only drop 1 special ammo on death, or equivalent, no matter how much they are carrying, as long as they were completely empty. Maximum we can pick up off a special because it was 1 for a shotgun, fusion rifle, sniper rifle, or equivalent to other weapons. Players quickly found another way to execute this quick swap glitch, fix another animation cancel. Season 15 and Fusion Rifle rework had a lot of moving parts, weapon fire, precision, and adaptive fusion came out of the different, but all quite strong, but high impact fusions were hurting. Definitely seen all Fusion Rifle sub-families occupy different roles. Dodging damage up to make it easier for those to land at the kill range of PvP, bumping up in PvE to do damage scalar. That's it, we'll keep an eye on how they're doing and may adjust them after. Blinding grenades and concussion grenades do less damage. Okay. I never really got a good blinding nade concussion grenade roll or anything, so it doesn't really bother me actually. It doesn't affect me. Rocket launcher subfamilies have lacked meaningful differences for a while now. Their free tracking and precisions are flat out better, pushing them further apart by adjusting damage. Precisions do 0.95 damage, high impact do 1. Have to do 1.05 and aggressive do 1.05. Well, adaptive and aggressive just seems like the way to go now. I mean, I don't think it really matters at all. Took a big swing. Sniper rifle aim assist based on zoom level and beyond lane. Have seen this play out or visiting the tuning on the zoom based AA scaling. Those zoom snipers get more of an aim assist reduction than they needed. I haven't sniped in so long since Whisper was meta. Whisper and is Nagi's burden. Buffing damage for miners by 10% for pulse rifles. Exotic primary weapons and trace rifles aren't sufficiently stronger than legendary for them to be worth bringing into PvE content, particularly against miners. This change applies to all exotics that use primary ammo and include most, which is damage for miners in PvP by 40%. It's insane. Chaperone is a terror in PvP. Chaperone is a terror in PvP, particularly with... Dude, can you imagine Huckleberry? Particularly with the nerf to pellet shotguns and the reduced frequency. Hold on. Hold. Chaperone terror in PvP, particularly with the nerf to pellet shotguns, the reduced frequency of grenade and melee abilities. Here's passive range buff from 2 meters to 0.05. Reality is a similar place as Chaperone, but it's not quite as rangy. On the other hand, its exotic traits shift with the constraint that it would wipe on reload. Get harder to chain, having seen it its action for a while now, we don't think the limitation needs to be there. Here's passive range buff in slug mode. From 1.25 to 0.5 pellet mode is unaffected. The own black wings damage buff no longer clears on reload. It's pretty cool. Terra is extremely strong as it is, but it currently demands compelling commitment. With no weapon switching, the constraint is a bit harsher than it needs to be, and we loosened it without removing it entirely. Also, with the duration extension and damage players did actually function in PvP, it was so substantial that players kept reporting that it was bugged. Bumped them up. Dude, they just bumped up my Terra. That reduces perk progress by half instead of clearing it on weapons though. Increases Ravenous Beast duration, increases for damaging a player slightly. Ravenous effigy had been overdue for a long time since Beyond Light nerf. Nerf to damage dealt while guarding, rolling that back. Other part of this nerf was the airborne stand melee attack that hasn't been touched. The damage dealt by guarding with Transmutation Sphere by 66%. Bug? Lumina's stats just don't compare with other 140 RPM adaptive hand cannons. Uses a reflect stat. We're updating these alongside some other legendary hand cannons that also use the B150. See below. Increases range stat from 44 to 459. Sorry, Thorn fans, Thorn is already strong and popular, and a similar buff will turn that into a monster in PvP. Interceptor's initial implementation used super generation scalers, which had very weird effects and activities that also had scalers. We built it to turn off regeneration. Several legendary weapons have out-of-band stats, either to their benefit, determinant, or detriment of both. Fusion caps were still around, it was okay because they cycle out eventually. Weapons remain viable in all activities indefinitely, and solution is to adjust outliers to be in band. Mentioned Pepper 221. Hand cannons the band for legendary 140 RPM hand cannon. Aim assist ends in 84. Dream should be for hand cannon from pinnacle activity like red and trials, but when 150s were converted to 140s, many other stats were either too low or too high. Just in the stats of these, okay. I'm gonna read this stuff. The Wonder's Lie intrinsic perk makes it far too consistent and lethal compared to similar shotguns. 15% spread angle. Most of Akilo's SMG stats are wildly out of band for the aggressive SMG, does suffer from having a low zoom compared to the other popular options. And just base stats and specific weapons at this post ship, you don't intend to do it regularly. One player is be able to choose to build the hipfire more easily, just so the hipfire grip perk to support this. Now increase damage fall off start and end distances by 20%, except for sniper, shotgun, and fusion. Dodge often felt like it changed the weapon subfamily to the next lowest rate of fire, but worse particularly from comparing damage when comparing damage fall off. Duration from 5 to 7, bonus damage from 25 to 30, except for bows and fusions. 10 range, timer to the buff that makes it easier to tell when it's going to expire. Dual loader is okay in paper, but in practice the release speed is pretty painful. 50 to 35. Danger zone felt pretty risky to use in some cases, resulting in a lot of self-damage. Reduce self-damage scaler from grenade launchers combined with other scalers, it ends up reducing self-damage by 1.25 to 0.75. Tap the trigger is a meta-breaking perk in particular on particular fusion rifle. When stacked with other elements on this roll, it makes fusion rifles much too stable, so much that we had to stop putting it on fusion rifles. And then Squid Face sold it a few times. With this change, we believe is still quite a strong perk. Not being overpowered, likely to appear in future rifles. We did try reducing the stability from 40 to 20, but playtest the difference wasn't perceptible. On fusion rifles only, from 40 to 10. Change max recoil range from 5 to 0.85. Error angle from 9 to 9.75. From 0.9 to 0.975. On changing all the weapons. Head Seekers didn't work as intended with aggressive burst pulse rifles because the buff's duration was too short. Sacred Providence is the only viable pulse rifle that benefits from this in Season 16. There is such a pulse in this season, it doesn't roll with Head Seeker, but to be seen in more seasons. Okay, let's talk about Eager Edge. It's a lot of fun to use, but it can be used to do some mind-blowing environment-breaking things if used in a particular way while airborne. Tuning below isn't meant to be removed the fun factor. We have a fresh raid and other fun content coming with the Queen, and want to ensure that we retain challenge behind our coming rewards. Breaking out of the maps can be fun indeed, but it can easily remove the prestige and value of a given item or experience. Reduce long distance benefit while airborne by 25%. Cast maximum player airborne velocity to a fairly high value while active. Occasionally we'll shell perks because they're not working for some reason, too strong or too weak, means we won't put them on weapon in the future unless we change the perk. In many cases we'd rather put the silent work and new perks than old ones. But there's a whole perk section here anyway. These perks are shelved. Some have been shelved for a while. Bottomless Grief, Celerity, both were attempts to inject some uniqueness in Trials of Osiris Sniper weapons, which we now are doing with origin traits. Underdog, Shield Disorient, and Air Assault. Though note this may get redesigned in the future season. I literally can't tell you what Air Assault does. I remember seeing it before, but I totally forget what it does. Does it do more damage? Do bonus stats in the air? Season 17 will have a set of PvP-focused weapon changes. New ways for players to build it for flinch resistance, balance tuning for primary weapons, looking at U-Pulse rifles, lightweights in particular. Special weapon tuning, and the PvP special ammo economy change if needed. Zoom. Be 14 hours of downtime on the 21st. Preload will be up at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. PST, midnight for my time. Falling weapons will be leaving the ritual reward pools. I know about this. Okay. Well, 25 minutes later. That's my bad. What can I say? I gotta read the patch notes, man. Favorite campfire songs? Don't mind if I do. Visually, I prefer this area than the other area. There we go. Why do I feel like this weapon's kind of trash? Salte's still power though. I feel like it has too much knockback. That may just be me. Companion fires 6 homing projectiles radically out of each attacking. Sure. Yeah, you're kind of boring. You got boxing, I don't understand, but you just do particle shots. We're now out of keys and bombs. Get rid of upheaval. Wheels. Maybe when you hit an enemy, it does the heal. Man's never died. Some don't believe I'm actually healing, so I don't know. Summon a Fury of Tornado. Tornado. Plus 1 bomb. You need to be bombed. Okay, there you go. We get to the shop, we have some money. New shield. Parry buff, run speed. I'll keep our current one that is leeching. I don't even know how it works. Get salted. Conjures a companion that randomly throws bombs around Cassidy. Companion randomly lobs bombs around Cassidy. They are truly randomly lob bombs around Cassidy. Okay, we've died. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do a slash marker and take my dog out. No, do another run. "48 minutes. I did read for like 20 of those. My apologies. Oh, you travel with this. Oh my goodness. We'll mess with this when I get back.